Welcome to another episode of I Wonder, Doctor.
Let's talk about the various aspects of healing diabetes, the nutrition, the exercise, the stress reduction, etc.
I really want to pause for a moment. If we look at what we've done so far, right, we've been going into diabetes here for a while, and we're diving into some subjects, and I think there's a subtext. And if I were watching these, it would be something like this. You are asking me, Dr. Rosensweet, Dad, to make huge changes, right? Just diabetes alone, we've touched on sugars and diet in general and exercise and stress reduction, and I sort of hit like a fill point. I just can't take on any more, and I sort of don't want to take on any of it because it feels too big.
Bravo. The cat's out of the bag. Because of all the things that matter in changing the course of an illness and healing, you're down to the nuts and bolts. People are busy. They already can feel not easy about some of their habits, and they're tough to change, and it's how do you do it? Where do you begin? It all seems overwhelming. I can't do anything. It's too much.
It's not like this falls into a void. People's lives are full. They're full to the hilt.
Exactly. And so what I've learned in being a physician, having started out quite different, where I threw the book at everybody, including myself in my own healing process, now I'm down to, is there one thing that I can identify of the possible many priorities of a patient who's sitting in front of me as their first step? And that's the only thing that I try and impart, best case scenario. Because if they can understand that and actually implement that, then they're going to want to take the second step.
Boy, I get this. I get this. When I take on something, I take on the right amount and I implement that thing, I sort of look around and go, my goodness, I know how to succeed at something.
That's right.
And it feels good, and it feels inspiring, and then I sort of feel like I can dip my toes into something else, and then I take on that thing. But if I go one iota too far, if I try and take on just subtly more than I'm actually capable of taking on, now I just sort of feel bad.
That's right.
I don't really do it, and I just wish I hadn't even tried.
Exactly. And those first steps are often daunting steps. I mean, there's been times that I've held other priorities than going to the gym, where I'll stay a little longer at work. And then it gets harder to lift myself up by the bootstraps. So the lifting up by the bootstraps phenomena is one thing that often must take place to begin the first step. The way I've conceptualized this to myself and to patients is healing is a molecule by molecule phenomena. Getting ill happens to be a molecule by molecule phenomena. And this process can't be rushed. But what makes a big difference is that moment where someone goes, you know what, I got to do it, and I want to do it. If they can take that one step, what actually changes is their commitment. And then I feel the whole natural purpose of illness, which is to stop someone's world, to get them to ask what's going on here, and they got to come up with the right answers. That function of illness changes to, we can start the healing process. You're just going to do one thing. I say, can you walk around the block once a day? And they do that one thing, and then the trajectory of the declines that lead towards illness changes to I will and I can. And that changes commitment. That's the beginning of the healing process.
Maybe this is Pollyanna or something, but an illness, a diagnosis, could be that catalytic moment in someone's life.
Precisely. And that's what I was trying to point out.
Lead to changes that we wanted to make anyhow.
I never consider illness to be unnatural. And this is at the foundation of what it is. For someone to change their life. And back to the basics, identify something that interests you of the many things that are presented to you. See if you could take that one on. And you know what, as you said, if you're going to succeed at it, you're going to feel better, and you're then willing to implement and take on the next thing, and that eventually translates into the spacious time that we all actually have into someone getting well and stronger and feeling better and feeling more vitality and joy and having a better life. It's great.